Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Now, today we're going to be looking at a band never heard of before, not even a little bit. And it's a band called Kvelertak. I've probably pronounced that wrong, but that's how I'm going to be pronouncing it throughout the video. Now, the band Kvelertak were formed in Stavanger, Norway in 2007. They are a sort of metal/rock band from what I understand. Now the band's name itself is Norwegian for stranglehold or chokehold, and they released a demo, West Coast Holocaust, the same year that the band formed. The band then released their debut self-titled album on June 21st, 2010 via a Norwegian record label called Indie Recordings, and then on March 15th the following year in America. And the debut album was certified gold in Norway for selling over 15,000 copies, so they did quite well with their first album. In March 2011, Kvelertak were presented with two Spellemannprisen. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's a prestigious Norwegian music award similar to the Grammys for Best Newcomer and Best Rock Band. There is a Kvelertak song called Mjød, or Mead, I believe it stands for, and that was used at the end of the film Troll Hunter. A film I've always wanted to see, but I've never got around to it. But I didn't really hear many good things about this one. Anyway, the band have also opened for Metallica during their worldwide tour between September 2017 and May 2018. And they also were the opening act for Ghost during their Popestar tour in 2017. So, you know, they've worked with a couple of fairly high-profile bands there. Now, the track we're going to look at is a track called Evig Vandrar. Now, I spent ages searching for lyrics and I cannot find any anyway. I couldn't find any lyrics for this at all. So we're purely going on the music that we're going to listen today. So, yeah. But, yes, I'm quite interested to see what this is going to be like. So, the track is called Evig Vandrar, or Evig Vandrar, I'm not sure, by Kvelertak. Let's have a look, see what we've got, eh? Well, there we go. That was Evig Vandrar by Kvelertak. Now, from what I understand, the name of the song actually stands for Eternal Walk, possibly. I'm not 100% sure. But it does seem to... Vandrar, wanderer, I suppose. Evig, ever wanderer, maybe. Yeah, so Eternal Walk seems to make sense. So I'm guessing, that main character there, which had that real pale face, was the Eternal Walker. Very, very interesting band. It's not at all what I expect. Well, I don't even know what I actually expected, if I'm completely honest. I mean, I didn't really have much to go by with description to the band. Although opening for Metallica and Ghost kind of gives you the vague idea roughly where they would be musically. But they were very, very interesting. And I loved that video. It was beautifully done. The animation on it was so smooth. It was absolutely stunning. And it was quite something to watch. It's a shame that I couldn't find any lyrics for that song, because I'm very curious as to what it was about. Because obviously, from the video itself, there's this lone guy walking through the desert, and he comes across these groups of scavengers, maybe. It kind of reminds me of Borderlands, the video game. He seems to come across these scavengers, and maybe he objects to these sorts of people. Maybe, they're like... I don't know. I can't think of the word I'm looking for. No, I can't think of the word I'm looking for. These people that go around and steal everything, and not very nice people in general. And he takes objection to that. And at the end, there, you saw him summon this big mechanical bird demon monster thing, and basically annihilated them. So I would have been very curious as to see what the actual song itself was about. It might be a song to do with greed or something like that. I don't know. But it was very, very interesting. I'm going to have to listen to some more of their stuff, because that was fascinating. Musically, it was very, very interesting. They actually switched up the style a couple of times in there as well, and I actually quite enjoyed it. But I'm definitely going to have to hear some more. I did like it. Very strange. Very, very strange. Well, I can't really think of much else to say about it, because I can't really talk in detail about the song as I normally do, since I don't have any lyrics. But it was good. In case you haven't got that point already. So anyway, I'm going to leave that as it is. If anybody would like to suggest a track for me to react to, then please do so. By all means, you can drop a comment in the comments section below, or message me through my Facebook or my Instagram, or you could even message me through my Patreon, where you could also help to support the channel, help me create future content, and maybe even improve the quality of the future content itself. Do know, though, if you make a suggestion, it may take me a while to get around to it, since I get suggested so many tracks every single day that my list grows faster than I can record the videos. But I do write down every suggestion I get, so it will get done eventually. It just might take me a while to get around to it. Also, Metalhead Reacts is a proud supporter of the Sophie Lancaster Foundation, a British-based charity whose main goal is to put an end to hate crimes, mainly those that are aimed towards people of the alternative culture. And it's something that's really important to me, something that really resonates with me, because it's something I've had to deal with for most of my life, is getting bullied and physically attacked and such, just for the fact that I listen to alternative music and because I dress in alternative fashion. And this sort of thing goes on all over the world every single day, and people are getting severely injured, people are getting really badly hurt because of it, just because of their taste in music. And it's something that really needs to be addressed. It's something that really needs to change. Because, every day we hear about all these other kind of hate crimes like sexism, racism, homophobia, transphobia, that sort of thing. We hear about that every single day on social media, in the news, and, these things get reported on, no matter how minor it seems to be. I mean, obviously, any of those kind of attacks is still bad, but you know, even if it's just somebody walking down the street and shouting out a racial slur, someone says something about it. Whereas these people that are getting violently attacked because of their taste in music, nothing gets done or said about it unless something really tragic happens. You know, when was the last time you heard in any kind of news or social media that an alternative person had been violently attacked, violently beaten, hospitalised even, just because of their taste in music and clothes that they wear? When was the last time you really heard that in the media? The last time I heard it in the news or in the media was when Sophie Lancaster and her boyfriend Rob Maltby were attacked, and that was several years ago now. You know. And of course, as a result of the attack, Sophie Lancaster died. She was beaten and kicked so severely that she was in a coma for 13 days and then eventually died. You know, and that's the last time I've heard of something like that reported in the media. But I can guarantee you, since that happened, several more people have been violently and viciously attacked, possibly even hospitalised, since Sophie Lancaster lost her life. But it never gets spoken about. But it is a real problem, and it's something that needs to be addressed. It's something that needs to be fixed, because it's happening too often. You know, people are getting severely injured just for their taste in music, which is ridiculous. You know, why would you attack someone for their taste in music? It boggles my mind. You know, you don't attack someone because they like different TV shows and movies to you. So why would you attack someone because they like different music to you? You know, it makes absolutely no sense. But it's happening. And it's a real problem. And when it comes to a point when someone loses their life because of their taste in music, things have gone way beyond the realms of ridiculous. You know, no one should lose their life because they like different music. I mean, you don't beat someone to death because they listen to Neil Diamond. You know, you don't beat someone to death because they listen to Deflator Mouse. You know, so what is it about the alternative heavy metal sort of genre of music that makes people want to violently attack us? It blows my mind that, you know, people think that this is an okay thing to do. You know, and like I said, you know, I've had to deal with it since I was about 11 years old. You know, I've seen many of my friends, you know, in the aftermath of violent attacks, you know, they've been come in with like broken bones and bruises and cuts and stuff all over them because some group of intolerant morons thought it was an acceptable thing to violently attack them just because of their taste in music. You know, I've been cornered in alleys and beaten up by groups of people just because of my taste in music, you know. And, you know, so many of my friends have been through it. I know some of you watching have been through it. You know, it's unacceptable and it needs to stop. And this is what the Sophie Lancaster Foundation is all about. They want to bring more attention to the fact that this is happening. They want people to know the consequence of what they are doing and the fact that there are severe consequences to what they're doing. Because they don't want to see another family go through what they went through. They're not the first people to ever go through this tragedy. You know, it's a sad thing to say that Sophie Lancaster isn't the first person who's lost their life just because of this sort of thing. You know, it has happened before. And it desperately needs to have an end put to it. We cannot let this happen again. It should never have happened in the first place. So if you'd like to find out more about the Sophie Lancaster Foundation, there is a link to their website in the description below. You can go over to the website and find out what they're working on at the moment, find out what the goal is, because they can explain it so much better than I can. And if you can help them out in any way, even if it's like a small donation on their website or something as simple as one of these Sophie wristbands from their web store, you know, the smallest amount can make the biggest difference. And the sooner we bring more attention to this, the sooner we can help to stamp out prejudice, hatred, and intolerance everywhere. But I'm going to leave that as it is for the time being. Thank you all very, very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.